Yes, hello, this is Connor from Lux Natura Audio. I'm with Tone Tailors again today, and we're checking out a recording session that we made a couple months back using exclusively Eastman Acoustic guitars. This is when Tone Tailors first got their shipment of Eastman guitars, and Glenn and I were super excited to try them out and see how they sounded. They were perfectly playable right out of the box, and they sounded incredible. They were exactly the voicing that we were missing in the shop, and so we were really happy to make this track. If you're looking for a new acoustic guitar, definitely check out Eastman at tonetailors.com. The link is in the description below. But now let's go check out the project. Alright, so you can see we're in Logic now. This is our session. We have 5 tracks of acoustic guitar recorded in total. We have a hard panned left and right rhythm track with the chord structure using the E6 SS on the left channel. Then we're using the E1 SS SB on the right channel. Those are hard panned, so it's a lot of width, but they're playing relatively the same part with some subtle differences, so it is really the foundation of our entire track here. The next section is the E10 SS Thermocure, which is the gloss top slope shoulder. That's playing kind of like a hybrid picking rhythm pattern that has some embellishments and some comping, which is a really cool extra layer to have added here. Then we have another take of the E10 SS doing additional embellishments, kind of comping the lead melody line, which is played on the E100 SS SB with a slide from Rock Slide. And all of this was played by Glenn Hollenbach. He wrote this in about an hour and a half, start to finish, getting the takes, getting the feel of the song. So really just incredible work on his part. But I'm going to break this project down. I'm going to talk a little bit about the mixing here and generally the arrangement of this little piece that we've made. So first, let's just play everything through so you can hear the entire track, and then I'll break it down layer by layer, and then we'll hear it one last time in context. So this is the track. So just a really fun, authentic kind of country folk hybrid style track. We used a Volt interface from Universal Audio and a Shure condenser mic. We just recorded that right in the shop at Tone Tailors. And yeah, this was right when we got these guitars, so we pulled them right out of the box and they were ready to go. I mean, Eastman makes some incredible value guitars. If you're looking for a new acoustic guitar, check them out at tonetailors.com. We have all of these and more on the way. But yeah, let's go check out a little bit of the layering here. So on the left and right channel, we have the E6, which is the natural top slope shoulder, and then we have the E1 SS, which is the matte finish slope shoulder in Sunburst. And the natural sounds like this on its own, and I'll blend the other in. And the Sunburst. So just great earthy mid-range that you know slope shoulders to have. Not too much boomy bass and just enough top end that you get that shaker feel, but it doesn't overpower everything. And so to mix that, I'm really running very minimal processing on this because we wanted to really capture the authentic sounds of these acoustic guitars for our customers, and just because they already sound good on their own. So really all I'm doing on those rhythm tracks here with the EV2 plugin, the SSL channel strip from Waves, I'm taking out a little bit of 200 hertz, adding a little bit of 8K top end, some channel compression, and that's really it, because when it combines, you want to make sure everything stands out distinctly in the mix, and this is one of my favorite plugins for doing that and just working all simply in a channel strip format. But yeah, anyway, those are hard pan left and right. The next section that we have is the E10 SS Thermocure, which is the gloss top slope shoulder and sunburst, and it's playing this really cool kind of rhythm comping hybrid picking thing. Sounds like this on its own. So you can hear he's comping the lead-ins to the different chords in the structure of everything and just embellishing very subtly. But yeah, another great sounding guitar, a little brighter than maybe the matte finished one, maybe more authentic to the kind of J45 style guitar you might be looking for. And with this one, again, not adding too much processing at all. No top end, no EQ really whatsoever, except some high passing and then some channel compression, because again, I want those natural voices to kind of shine in the mix. And the only thing I'm doing in Logic here is just some stereo spreading, skewing it slightly to the right side so that there's space for the center lead that we'll eventually hear as well. So yeah, that one's skewed to the right. The other E10 SS Thermocure comping track is skewed slightly to the left, and this one is a little bit more abstract. If you hear it in the context of the mix, it makes sense, but on its own, it's just these cool embellishments that kind of dance between the hybrid picking part and then the slide lead at the end. So that part sounds like this on its own. So just some really incredible creative playing from Glenn there. Layers perfectly with everything else. It's amazing that it's not too busy and there's not too much going on, but every part is complementary. So, you know, hats off to him for the arrangement of this whole thing. But finally then we have slide playing. We can't resist putting some slide playing in a lot of these videos, especially when Glenn is at the helm of, you know, the writing process here. So we have the E100 SS SB. It's a smaller parlor style guitar, and that really had some nice mid-range and some presence that we you know, wanted to contrast against the other guitars in the set here. So this one, additionally, I am running a bit of tape distortion from the Waves J37. It's an Abbey Roads kind of vintage tape machine sound, but I'm just pushing it a little bit, so we're getting that breakup, we're getting that mid kind of country pushed sound, and that sounds like this on its own. It's very tasteful. So you can hear a little bit of that breakup. All together. Alright, so as you can hear, I had to do very, very little to make these guitars sound good and natural in a mix, even with so many layers. And that's one of the things about these Eastman guitars that's really incredible for the price you pay. They all have an authentic voice, whether you're going for a slope shoulder dreadnought, a full dread, an auditorium, or even a little parlor style guitar. They all sound exactly how you've envisioned these guitars to sound and how they've sounded in your favorite recordings. So again, check them out at tonetailors.com. The link is in the description below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.